at like 6 p.m. Start prepping and stuff.
That's Andrew Hill, owner of Hill's BBQ, prepping for an all-night cook a few months ago before the pandemic hit.
So you're working all night. From the time you wake up, it's go, 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 go.
And now, everything's changed. While Lubbock remains under a stay-at-home order, the choice to stay open for curbside delivery service is up to restaurant owners. And this means some tough decisions for local eateries like Hill's BBQ.
Now, if there's any time to shift down the gears in this life, and it's right now, it's really weird to make that decision.
Andrew and Joel Hill opened Hill's BBQ, a pop-up you'd normally find in front of the Charles Adams Studio Project back in June of 2018. When the pandemic hit Lubbock, the couple had a tough choice to make: continue firing up the grill or close operations completely until it passes.
We're looking out for our girls, our young girls. We don't want to end up being sick and being there without them. And then also, we have a lot of older customers that come through, and I don't know, cross-contamination in food, even if you're being super careful, it can happen.
The Hills decided to close down and lay low for a couple of weeks in an attempt to help flatten the curve. But after devising a plan for minimal contact delivery, Andrew and Joel started taking pre-orders for a cook on April 11th. So after something like a 24-hour shift of babysitting brisket, sausage, and other cuts of meat they were able to pick up at the grocery store, the real work for the couple began. And then after that one day of deliveries, Hill's BBQ closed until further notice.
Well, what's more important to us, should we keep going at it, or should we just lay low, even if it's for the rest of 2020, if in 5 years we look back and we're like, okay, we didn't get sick, and we know we did what it took to not get anybody else sick, that makes me happy,
Being such a small operation, the Hills have to take frequent grocery trips to resupply during their cooks. Andrew says he really started to understand the severity of the pandemic when produce and meat were in short supply at Lubbock stores. The Hills didn't want to go on more grocery runs than necessary. This also contributed to their decision to shut down for a couple of weeks.
As an American, you're going, you're working, and sometimes you're like, dang, I just need a break. Well, there it is, or here it is, got a little bit of a break, I've been painting the house, doing a lot of art, that's always on my mind, but I never get to do it because I'm always doing everything else, trying to keep up with the world. But so it's kind of been nice in a way, it's nice to work too and provide for the family. But, whatever, take it with a grain of salt. And like I said, it'll all pass over. And I don't know, it might be like it never happened this time next year.
Andrew and Joel are excited to open back up when the pandemic subsides. But until then, they're happy to do their part in lessening the spread. Send us your COVID-19 stories on Twitter or Instagram at TTU Public Media. And follow our coverage at kttz.org. For Texas Tech Public Media, I'm Jonathan Seaborn. Our COVID coverage is brought to you in part by Texas Mutual Insurance Company, a health and safety-focused workers' compensation provider.